Hello lovelies, this is going to be a huge unboxing day today. I almost felt like waiting until I get back on Monday from my trip, but you know what? There's no way I'm going to leave a bunch of boxes just sitting here and not know what's inside of them. That's not possible for me. So moving right along, I just did my unboxing and try on of my Stitch Fix. I'm actually wearing something that I decided that I'm going to keep. It's very, very comfortable. But we are going to unbox the Coffee and a Classic, which just arrived. So this is a book box, and they, as the name would infer, you receive coffee and some goodies and a classic novel. I picked the option of literature. You can also get a nonfiction book as well as children's literature. And I followed them on Instagram and I asked them if there was a hint for this month's box, and their response was a bunch of shamrocks. So I'm guessing that the book might have something to do with Irish literature, writers, Ireland as the subject matter, something to do with St. Patrick's Day. I don't know, maybe some Joyce, maybe some Swift, which are two writers that I studied when I was in grad school, so can't wait to see what's in this. I think they already did something by Joyce, so I wasn't sure if it was Portrait or Ulysses. Dubliners would definitely be a good choice for St. Patty's Day, but we will see. So this is what you get when you open up the box, and I get the smaller one that doesn't include any food and it doesn't have a coffee mug. Those are the two things. I can see it already. Oh my god, guys. I almost assume I don't have to tell people this because it was such a well-known thing. I used to be a Joyce scholar. I went to grad school to study Irish literature and James Joyce in particular. I did my master's thesis on Ulysses. I attended 2 international Joyce conferences, and so, you know, Joyce is my jam. There he is. How, yeah, you'd, yeah. I don't have words. Okay, Oscar Wilde. Ooh, we have a different Irish writer. Okay, so maybe this is like Irish writers in general? Maybe it's like an anthology of the book. You have to guess what the book is going to be. They don't tell you up front. Okay. Oscar Wilde, A Delightful, Refreshing Green Tea. That's what I was going to say. The box is called Coffee and Classic, but sometimes you can receive also coffee and tea. So this kind of got a little satchel of loose tea. It's got a really cute little sticker there. This box might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but I find it rather charming, especially, you know, someone who studied literature, you know, so the student/professional level. These are Oscar Wilde wax melts. I don't have a wax burner at the moment, but I guess we can find one. Okay, so we got 2 things by Oscar Wilde and 1 by Joyce, so it's making me think that this might be an anthology. And the other thing I was going to say is that this box usually has some really nice editions of the books, like they have this nice kind of faux leather bound look. And I also, when I was moving around so much, I was finishing grad school, like, you know, most of my books were paperback to begin with, but I actually lost a lot of them in the move, and yeah, just one thing after another. So I don't really have many of the books that, you know, I was reading during grad school, so it's kind of nice to build up my collection again. Here's something in a box. I'm not 100% sure what this is going to be. So I think this is a cute. I love Swift. Oh my god, are these like little like playing blocks of Gulliver's Travel? Oh my god. I love Swift. I can't even tell you. I'm about to cry right now. the, oh my, no, this is, oh my God, if someone from Coffee and Classic is watching this, which, like, believe it or not, I don't have that many viewers, but I've actually gotten responses in my comments from, like, the people who curate these boxes, like, kind of remarking back on, you know, some of the criticisms I have. Oh my God, these are Irish writers. These are, like, little building blocks you have as a kid. Like, this is part of Ulysses. And that's Oscar Wilde. Building blocks, and they have different Irish writers' books like on each side. I'm gonna get teary. You don't understand. Like, I spent like 5 years of my life like dedicated to this type of stuff. How charming is this? I mean, I love these boxes because, like, you never know what you're gonna get. I mean, like, it's a complete surprise, and sometimes you just find something that, like, I mean, like, where would you find something like this, like, just out, you know, like at the mall or something, you know? You wouldn't. This is unbelievable. Okay, I'm speechless right now. I'm kind of curious to see what the book is, because usually with this box, like last month was Wuthering Heights, and I saw the unboxing for Sherlock Holmes. It's like all of the little items are from that book specifically, like not even the author a lot of times. Like everything was related to Wuthering Heights, and for Sherlock Holmes, I know they had like his apartment number like on a key, and that was the bookmark. So like very, very specific to that novel. So I'm kind of curious to see what's in here, especially with the Joyce bookmark. Okay, The Picture of Dorian Gray. All right, so I've only had to read this for class like 5 times. It is a very pretty edition. I like the editions that they include in the box. It's like faux leather, but it's still quite nice. And it's got these really nice end pages, and it's got I didn't realize these are called stained pages until very recently, when they're not, you know, just white, when they have the color like that. Only read it like 5 times. And it's honestly not my favorite novel. I know it's supposed to be like rather groundbreaking in a lot of ways. I think I read it in high school. I think I read it for a Gothic literature course, and I think the most interesting sort of lens that I read this book through is that we read it through a queer theories class as well, because as some of you might know, Wilde did actually go to prison for openly being homosexual. So there's hints, there's those thinly veiled references to Dorian and the other male characters in the book. So that was probably the most interesting way that I read this book. And if anyone doesn't know, has some ill-fated dream of going to grad school for literature, you find out that this is what we spend most of our time doing, is reading classic literature and viewing it through socio-political, gendered lenses and things like that. So yeah, I can read the socio-political signifiers of, street lamps. That's an odd joke. I don't know. It seemed funny to me. Okay, I think the blocks are back to the box. I think the blocks are unbelievably cool, and being a Joyce scholar, I kind of want to cry. And I think part of why I wanted to get something like this is, it's like, I think after leaving grad school and sort of, getting over the emotional trauma of it. I've sort of been, refashioning my ego and sort of, recovering from that experience. So it's kind of nice to enjoy the literature again, rather than thinking of it as a chore and as something that I do professionally. So let's read our little spoiler card for one moment here. This is the March book box, The Luck of the Irish, which is always a bit of an oxymoron and a bit luck of the Irish, because history will show you the Irish are not typically that lucky. All right. Ireland has produced some of the greatest authors and writers in literature. I will agree with that statement. Oh, not right from the card, I believe I read once that for being such a small little island, it has produced some of the greatest writers of all time. So I'm still producing some amazing people, ongoing. Myself being part Irish. You can tell by the hair. All right. Ireland has produced some of the greatest authors and writers in literature, writing in all different varying styles. These masters have produced works about Ireland, society, culture, family relationships, and personal events that have greatly influenced Ireland and the rest of the world. Written in his distinctively dazzling manner, Oscar Wilde's story of a fashionable young man who sells his soul for eternal youth and beauty is the author's most popular work. It's honestly not one of my favorite. You know what? By Wilde I actually did enjoy, I prefer much more, is The Importance of Being Earnest, which I studied at my performing arts high school when I was quite young, and I actually did a costume design project for that, and I enjoyed that work of drama much more, and that's also by Wilde. So what's in the box? Read the picture of Dorian Gray, sip tea from the Literary Tea Company in the United Kingdom, and bookish item number 1 are the wax melts, and they were made in Los Angeles. The block puzzle from Coffee and a Classic, they made this themselves. This is amazing. If anyone's watching who makes this box, I think this is absolutely amazing. It's like one of the cutest things I've ever seen. I actually had a collection of blocks like this when I was 5 years old or so, and I don't know, it brings back that memory as well as being something related to the literature that I have studied. So I think this is spot on. It's amazing. All right, and then the letterpressed bookmark, that is from Larry Orlando Design, and that comes from Pennsylvania. So maybe not the most interesting thing in the world as far as the design, but it's choice, and so I'm quite enjoying it. Okay guys, I have more stuff coming, so just stay tuned and you'll see one more and perhaps 2 more videos from me today. So I'll try to keep them rather short. So I'll see you soon.